What's up, guys? It's Devin Does Knives, and today we are going to jump into the holiday spirit and create a little gift list of knives ranging from $50 to, let's say, $120. Before we get into this knife, let's get into one of my personal favorites. First up, we have the Civivi Baby Banter, and this is a dope knife. Comes in a ton of different options, ranging from, I want to say, $70 to $100. Depending on which one you get. This one is a 2.35 inch blade in Nitro V spear point blade shape with G10 handles, 3.1 inch handle. Overall length is about 5.5, maybe a little shorter. And the action on it was fine with the thumb studs. It's got the deep carry pocket clip. And like I said, it comes in multiple different options. I'll show you a couple more I have real quick. I have the Knife Center exclusive. This one comes in S35VN. Has like the bronze, I think titanium thumb studs. And the red and black G10 G-Mascus scales. Steel liners, liner lock. These things are like a perfect little EDC utility blade. Perfect opening boxes. Doing small cuts. I mean, they fill out the hand well. It's good to bear down on. Like I said, they come in multiple different options. This one comes in at about $100. And then we also have the new Wharncliffe style with the purple contoured canvas micarta scales. Beautiful Wharncliffe blade. Nice thumb stud action. Yeah, this knife is pretty cool. I think this one comes in a couple more dollars than this one. I think it's about $75. And this thing is, takes utility blade to a whole new level. With the utility EDC blade, a little folding pocket knife. This is the premium box cutter. Sticking with the same size, we'll introduce another knife that there's a ton of options for, and that is the CJRB Pyrite. This one is the mini, and what they call a drop point blade. I think it's more like a modified Wharncliffe, because it is slightly upsweeping. Button lock. These things come in a ton of different options. This is the mini Pyrite with the aluminum scales. Beautiful anodization. And again, deep carry pocket clip, reversible, little lanyard hole. The action on this thing is pretty well. It's a little small for my hands, but the smaller knife makes a great EDC knife for anybody with smaller hands. I have a little bit larger than average hands, and I can get a 4-finger, but it doesn't really give me much room. That's pinky's pretty much falling off. But for like utility cuts and stuff like that, it's perfect. Getting your pinch grips, opening boxes, stuff like that, it'll do everything. This knife also comes in a ton of different options. They have the regular size, they have the large, they have premium options, they have different handle materials, steel handles, aluminum handles, micarta, I believe. Ton of different options. This is a cool knife. This is the first one I picked up, and I do like it. It's pretty sweet. Button lock's pretty good. Doesn't fail. I did spine whack it. And yeah, this thing's a pretty cool addition. Next up, we'll take it over to Vosteed with the Vosteed Raccoon. And this one is with the 14C28 blade, drop point blade with the crossbar lock, micarta handles. This one also comes in a bunch of different options. Comes in button locks. Comes in, I think, a different blade shape as well. Different handle materials, I believe. It's a pretty cool knife. I like this thing. Good EDC knife. Great blade shape. Perfect for EDC. The tip's perfect. Real easy to get down to the tip with. And, perfect amount of blade for cutting. Not too big, not too small. The handles, great size, great shape. Chokes up real nice. You can put it in, choke back as well, and it fills out the hand real nice. The pocket clip doesn't bother you. Again, deep carry, reversible with the little plate that covers. So that's nice and smooth. Micarta seems pretty nice quality. It's got kind of like I would say like a rougher finish to it. You can kind of feel it. It kind of sticks to your hand better. Yeah, this thing is a pretty dope knife. I believe I haven't been saying the prices of these knives. I might put them up on screen. This one comes in about $65. So perfect for, you know, a little bit nicer of a gift knife. Up next, we have the Vosteed Valkyrie. This knife also comes in 2 different blade shapes and a bunch of different handle colors. And I think it comes in G10 and micarta. Both of my models are in black micarta. I have the sheepsfoot blade with the satin finish, and I also have the CX blade. I think that's how you say it. Also with the black micarta. And these things are a fidget machine. I mean, they got the flipper tab, the front flipper, the thumb studs, the button. I mean, it's got it all. They come in Nitro V blade steel. This one is 3 1/4 inch blade with a 4.35 inch handle, coming out to an overall of 7.6 inches. The ergonomics of these things are great. I mean, it's you know, hand filling with the forefinger, and then you can choke up on the finger choil to get nice and close to the blade. Very comfortable. All deployment options are also very comfortable. Both blade shapes are extremely useful. I mean, you can get down to the tip really nice with these, and they work really well. The Nitro V gets really sharp, holds a good edge. I personally really like this steel. The corrosion resistance is okay. It's really not the best, to be honest. The Vosteed Valkyrie also comes with their Trek lock, which is another version of the button lock. Comes with an internal plunge instead of one that sits on the tang. Yep, these blade shapes are extremely useful. They get pretty thin behind the edge. And this knife holds up pretty well. Steel liners, heavily milled. Deep carry reversible pocket clip. Inset as well, actually, with flat screws. And I believe these things are for about $70. And I think they're on sale. I picked these up for about $50, or this one up for about $50. Now we have the Kizer Drop Air, and this is a just about a 3-inch drop point spear point blade in 154 cm from Kizer with their crossbar lock called their clutch lock, which is an adjustable lock. You can take the scale off, and there's 5 holes on either side, so you can adjust the mega spring. Pretty cool. You can, you know, change the detent basically, make it stiffer or lighter. And yeah, this thing is, you know, for just thumb studs and the crossbar lock, it's a fidget machine. I mean, it's awesome. It's got the you know, steel liners with the aluminum scales, and again, reversible deep carry pocket clip. This knife also comes in a bunch of different options, and it is a little bit more on the expensive side, but it is honestly well worth it. I've had this knife since it came out, and I use it a ton. I work outdoors, so it gets used and abused, and it really hasn't taken much damage. The crossbar lock has remained, you know, perfectly sturdy. You know, no up and down play, no side to side play. This knife is pretty awesome. So yeah, it comes in a little bit more expensive when it's not on sale. It's about $120, I believe. There's also other options that are even more. But yeah, this is a knife that is worth it in my opinion. It's a knife that'll last you a while. Sharpens up nice. I've sharpened this knife maybe 4 or 5 times, and it takes a great edge every time. There's still plenty of life left on it. Yeah, Kizer Drop Air. All right, let's get into a bigger knife. So the Civivi Praxis. Now there are a few different options of this. There's this option, which is the Civivi Praxis in Nitro V with, I think, like a 3.75 inch blade with oh gosh, maybe 4 1/4 inch handle. So it's a pretty big knife. I mean, it's, you know, 4-finger choke up on the blade. It's a large knife. It's awesome. This one comes with the aluminum scales, or aluminum handles, I should say. It is solid aluminum, no milling on the inside, so it's hefty for, you know, for it being aluminum. And the button lock and the action on it is perfect. The detent is awesome. I mean, it's almost unfailable, and perfect fall shut action. And it's rock solid too, no play either way. Now this knife comes in, you know, a much cheaper option as well. So this one is about $75, maybe a little more, I think. No, $75. And they have a cheaper option that's, I think, $50, or maybe even a little lower, with 9CR and a liner lock, and that's a great version of this knife as well. I've used that one and sharpened it a bunch and stuff. And then I believe they also have a mini Praxis that just came out. But this is the button lock version with the aluminum handles. And I love everything about it, honestly. This knife is awesome. Thank you all for watching, and let me know if there's any knives in this list that you guys liked, and what knives you want to see in the future. Thank you. See ya.